Welcome back to College Football Game Night. Presented by Quality Fence of Southern Oregon.
Welcome to Week 11, 2 weeks left in the regular season. I'm Madison Marie.
And I'm Peyton Manny. Time flies when you're having fun. I still remember Week 1. Crazy how fast it goes, but kind of having some deja vu.
I think I know why, Peyton.
Yeah,
the Raiders face the College of Idaho in Week 1 and who they welcomed back to Raider Stadium this afternoon.
Yeah, the Yotes were back. But after a full season, the Raiders were ready for anything today in Ashland. But before we get into the highlights, it was also Senior Day for SOU.
The last home game of the season calls for a celebration of the 17 seniors that have gave their all to this program.
When talking to some of the seniors this past season, they've all expressed their love for this team and the program, saying they wanted to leave it better than how they found it.
Well, this year they definitely did. So let's see how the seniors capped off their career as a Raider.
Raiders looking for a revenge dub against number 5 College of Idaho. Here we go. We start in the first quarter. Raiders on defense. The senior Seth Miller, pick. He's still on his feet and takes it past half field. A little foreshadow, but nothing is getting past the secondary today. So that brings out Blake Asciutto and the Raiders offense. Asciutto with some time in the pocket. He steps back, pump fake, then sends it to the end zone. Jackson Clemmer is there with the catch. And the Raiders take the early 7-0 lead. SOU on top first.
Yotes take it over on offense. Andy Peters looking for somewhere to go. Adonis Jackson is all over him. He's sacked. Second quarter now. Raiders back on offense, looking to extend their lead, and they do just that. Asciutto finds Clemmer over the middle. A perfect ball right into the breadbasket. Clemmer motors his way home. Touchdown Raiders. That's Clemmer's second of the day. 14-0 SOU.
The Yotes get on the board before we head into halftime. The Raiders were looking solid and had this game under control heading into the half. The Raiders lead 14-7. Back after half, just seconds in, Peters throws a dart. It gets tipped and goes into the hands of Spencer Cuff, going, and he's in his second pick six of the year as the Raiders go up 21-7. Yotes get a safety on this next play and they drive down the field quickly. Peters fires to Jace Appleby who makes the catch in the paint. 21-16, Raiders still lead.
But the Raiders answer right back in the third. Avery McQuay gets the handoff, breaks through the middle, breaks the tackle, and takes it 37 yards for another Raider touchdown, 28-16 SOU. And just because 2 picks wasn't enough, Peters lobs it up. Sente Borja back in the secondary, picked. Wow.
That's his third pick of the day. Peters was just getting eaten up by this Raiders defense. SOU is rolling. Fourth quarter now. Just to seal the deal, Brian Batchers puts it through the uprights with a minute of game time left. The Yotes have no answer, and the Raiders take the win over the number 5 team and cap off their season with a dominating 31-16 victory. What a day, what a game, and what a season for the SOU Raiders.
The message I try to send to our guys is we can't just surprise them with our emotional wave because it's senior day. It's our last game. We have to stay steady, right? And it can't just be a barrage and then a drop-off. So we have to bring wave after wave after wave of enthusiasm, execution, all the things that we talk about. And we just stayed steady Eddie the whole time. Our sideline was unbelievable with their enthusiasm, with the guys who were on the field. We faced some adversity there with the bad snap and the safety. They scored quick. We overcame it, responded with a score. So what that shows is it shows that our football team is becoming emotionally stable throughout the ups and downs of a football game. And so the fact that we have to build on that and come back to this feeling right as we head into the 2024 season, I think is a big thing for us.
I'm so beyond happy and just proud of this team. We've come a long way, especially as seniors. I was 0-7 against that team before today, and I just, I'm happy, that's all. Just the fact that this was it, it's my last time ever putting on a helmet, being with the Raider family, and I just wanted to go hard.
We've never beat the school, so it was just overwhelming pretty much. There's really nothing to say about it, just overwhelming. Let's go Raiders.
Scooters, baby, let's go.
Southern Oregon alma mater, highest praise to thee. May the Raiders
The Raiders' win over College of Idaho denied the Yotes a Frontier Conference title, marking their 5th win in the final 6 games.
The Yotes put up 382 total yards of offense, while the Raiders put up 318.
Blake Asciutto went 19 of 28 with 187 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 1 interception.
Avery McQuaig tallied 24 carries for 111 yards and 1 touchdown. Jackson Clemmer 3 receptions for 100 yards and 2 touchdowns.
The Raiders shined on defense. Sente Borja and Seth Miller with 2 interceptions. Spencer Cuffle added on a pick 6.
Adonis Jackson and Gabe Thompson tallied 2 sacks, and Noah Turnbull finished the year as the Frontier Conference's leader in sacks with 9.5. And what a great season for the SOU football team, from turning over a whole new coaching staff to ending their season 6-4. This group of Raiders have worked hard to get where they are today.
In their 6 wins, SOU outscored their opponents 235-72. The Raiders are ready to expand on the success they've had this year. And in his first year as head coach, Burke Brown led this team to their first season, finishing over 500 since 2017.
And led the Raiders to a 3-game win streak earlier in the season for the first time since 2019. The Raiders have bought in and the foundation has been laid.
SU football is building something special, and we can't wait to see how well this team is going to do in the future.
It's been such a journey for us since January, and such a journey for these seniors who have overcome obstacle after obstacle after obstacle, and for them to have the buy-in they did to the culture that we're trying to bring. Man, my hats are off to those 17 guys, and I'm forever in debt to those young men. And I'm very, very proud that we got to send them off the right way. I think, the first thing is being able to send these 17 seniors off with a win. That's the number one most important and awesome thing about this whole thing. The second thing that's awesome is now we get to go recruit, and we get to go tell recruits, like, listen, I know the past hasn't been what SOU football should be, but look back to week 10 right of the 2023 season, and we beat the number 5 team in the country, and we've got the first winning record that this program has had since 2018. So that's a lot to build off of, and we can build on that going into schools and plucking kids from the high schools we're going to be in.
Raiders in the books coming up. Beavers hosting Stanford. Those highlights and more coming up on College Game Night.
College Football Game Night, presented by Quality Fence of Southern Oregon.
Quality Fence is doing it right for you. Just ask your neighbor.
They reflect a style as unique as you are. They make first impressions. They provide space, add lasting beauty and security. Quality is a reflection of who you are. That's why all your fencing projects begin here.
Quality Fence is doing it right for you.
When he rafts the Rogue River, it calms down. When ballooning, he tells the wind which way to go. He does zip lining just to relax a little. He is the most interesting retiree in the world.
Never thought much about retirement, but moving to Horton Plaza, this is really where I want to be. Stay happy, my friends.
Dear road rivals, you may have 4 wheels, headlights, and a similar build, but our resemblance ends right there. You see, the Camry's been named best-selling car in America. But cheer up, wannabe twinsies. If you try harder, maybe you can catch up. Later, Toyota.
Every new Toyota comes with Toyota Care, our no-cost maintenance plan with roadside assistance. Visit your local Toyota dealer to learn more. Reserve yours at Toyota.com. Toyota. Let's go places.
Experience fresh local ingredients with fast and friendly service at Casablanca Coffee and Grill. Come check us out in Grants Pass at our Union or downtown locations. Serving breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Take it to go or stay and relax in our outdoor patio or indoor seating area. Espresso and coffee, fruit smoothies, wraps, pizzas, full bar, and more. Happy hour from 2 to 5 p.m. Casablanca Coffee and Grill. We have something for everyone.
Are you tired of paying for dentures that don't work?
Do you have any missing teeth?
Are you frustrated with your dentures?
Come to My Denture Clinic, where we use the latest technology and specialize in implant dentures, full dentures, and partial dentures.
Believe me, not all dentures are made the same.
Let us give you your smile back and enjoy the food you love.
My Denture Clinic, your solution at an affordable price.
Call us today at 541-899-9999.
Welcome back to College Football Game Night. Presented by Quality Fence of Southern Oregon.
Oregon State was back in Corvallis today to welcome in the Cardinal.
Today's matchup was the first time the Beavers have played in Reser since their win over UCLA on October 14th.
Wow. The two teams have some history as Stanford leads the series 59-27-3.
But this might be it next season. The Cardinal are heading to the ACC while Oregon State remains in what could become the Pac-2.
Let's start with the first half highlights.
12th ranked Oregon State hosting Stanford at Reser Stadium. 1 of 2 left in Corvallis this season. 3rd, 7. First drive of the game, Ashton Daniels picked off by Andrew Chatfield Jr. He gets taken down inside the 40. Moments later, Damian Martinez. Get used to hearing his name today. 7-0. Oregon State on top first.
In fact, 5:30 left in the first. Martinez again. He rips off a 59-yard house call. Just look at him go.
Have yourself a day.
Look at him go. You're not going to catch him. He's gone. The Beavs up early, 14-0. 23 seconds left in the first. Stanford has to respond. They get that response from Ashton Daniels. He rolls out of the pocket, doesn't see anything he likes, so he's going to keep it for himself. 14-7, OSU still leads.
Into the second quarter, Damian Martinez, the hat trick. Oregon State up now 21-7. 10:30 left in the half. DJU pulling off his best Patrick Mahomes right here. Is this how they drew it up? He just hucks it out to Jermaine Terry. Touchdown. It's getting out of control in Corvallis for the Beavs.
Moments before the half, Damian Martinez, the 4th touchdown of the half. It ties the Oregon State record for rushing touchdowns in a game, 35-10, Beavs. Second half, Beavs running away. Call up Aiden Childs. Not sure you want your young QB to take this shot, but they rule him just short of the touchdown. Don't worry, Fenwick shoves him in on the next play, so he gets his touchdown.
Deshaun Fenwick, athlete play of the day, hurdling guys. And he's off to the races. Oregon State makes it look easy against the Cardinals. 62-17, the final score. Sets up a huge game with Washington next week. So here's a look at today's stat sheet. Overall, Oregon State passed for 321 yards, while the Cardinal put up 242 yards.
The Beavs rushed for 277 yards while holding Stanford to 82. DJU finished 12 of 19 for 240 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Damian Martinez, have yourself a day. 15 carries for 146 yards and 4 touchdowns. Stanford turned the ball over 4 times.
Next week for the Beavers is a tough one. The Huskies are headed to Reser.
Washington was at home today as they faced Utah. Last year, the Huskies took the 24-21 victory in Seattle against Oregon State.
But this year, both teams are meeting a little later in the season, and while the Beavers are preparing for Oregon the following week, the Huskies are looking to keep their spot in the college football playoffs. That wraps it up for Oregon State, but coming up, we'll dive into how the Oregon Ducks prepared for Caleb Williams and the USC Trojans. Stick with us. You're watching College Football Game Night.
College Football Game Night, presented by Quality Fence of Southern Oregon.
Quality Fence is doing it right for you. Just ask your neighbor. Is doing it right for you.
Oh. Well, I guess no carpooling tomorrow. I guess not. What the? Need a ride? How'd you do this? I'll show you. But I have no credit.
That's the great thing about Soul Savers. They don't just look at your credit reports, they look at you as a person. That's why they can put you in a car for as low as $200 down.
Hi, I'm Paul with Western Auto and RV. How can I help you?
What kind of RVs do you have?
We have a nice selection of toy haulers, fifth wheels, motorhomes, couples coaches, and family-sized RVs.
Do you take trades?
We do, and we also do consignments.
You really took more goats in on trade?
Yeah.
Yeah, geez.
Western Auto and RV. Selection, prices, consignment, and goats.
For helpful garden tips, watch In the Garden, middays on Newswatch 12. In the Garden, seasonal gardening advice from local experts, focusing on planting techniques, food from home, and even tools to help you improve your garden experience. Anything that will make your plants healthier and tastier in the garden. Watch every Tuesday and Thursday morning at 11. Newswatch 12's In the Garden, presented by the Grange Co-op.
Gone shopping lately? Seems like everything's in short supply. But at Lippert's Carpet One, our warehouses are literally jammed with the best values in floor covering, ready today. In style and in stock. Waterproof plank flooring from $1.99 a square foot. Carpet from 99 cents a square foot. Hardwood flooring from just $2.99 a square foot. Plus take 12 months to pay with no interest. Quality floor covering in style and in stock. Today at Lippert's Carpet One, Medford and Grants Pass.
Welcome back to College Football Game Night. Presented by Quality Fence of Southern Oregon.
Just 3 games remain in the regular season of college football. The 6th-ranked Oregon Ducks have 2 of those 3 at Autzen Stadium, including today's game against USC and reigning Heisman, Caleb Williams.
It'll be nothing short of an offensive showcase against the Trojans today. Bo Nix and Oregon's offense have been scoring 47.44 points per game so far this season.
Wow. As far as Oregon's defense, keeping Caleb Williams in the pocket will help limit the dual-threat quarterback. Williams is at his best when he can use his legs to extend plays.
He actually leads USC in rushing touchdowns with 10 on the year, but stopping him includes players such as Brandon Dorlus and Jeffrey Bassa applying pressure on the Heisman winner.
It's the first night game of the year for the Ducks with a 7:30 p.m. kickoff time at Autzen Stadium. USC will have a new defensive coordinator after Alex Grinch was fired, following the Trojans' 3rd loss of the season last Saturday.
Here's head coach Dan Lanning on how the Ducks had prepared for the Trojans' high-powered offense.
I don't think we've seen an offense quite like this offense. It's really unique. Obviously, you know, the closest would be, you know, Washington in some ways with the explosive passes. You know, our quarterback can make every single throw. They've got great weapons. They're strong in the offensive front with their O-line. They've got a really good running game. You know, Marshawn's running the ball really, really well. Seems like they get into positive plays really easily, and the shot game is always there.
Well, you know, I think that'll be you won't probably be able to see it until the game, so you just got to go off what they've been doing, and they probably won't change a whole lot just because it's a short week to prepare, but I think they'll just go back through their arsenal and pick some of the schemes that they've had and just go out there and play ball.
That game in progress right now. We're in the first quarter, 4 minutes and 11 seconds left. Oregon leads 13-7.
Bo Nix 2 for 2 with 161 passing yards and 2 touchdowns. Also leads in rushing yards with 1 carry for 5 yards. Meanwhile, Troy Franklin, 84 yards and 1 touchdown. Oregon with the ball right now. And next up for the Ducks, the Sun Devils. Arizona State is heading into next week, coming off of a game against UCLA.
Oregon hasn't faced the Sun Devils since 2019 when they lost 31-28. This will be the last meeting in the foreseeable future for both teams, as ASU will be off in the Big 12.
Kickoff time has yet to be announced. And coming up, we'll show you the latest college football playoff rankings and get into some of those Pac-12 highlights. We're just getting things started. You're watching College Football Game Night.
College Football Game Night, presented by Quality Fence of Southern Oregon.
They're an expression of you. They reflect your sense of beauty and elegance. They're gateways into your world, providing both charm and peace of mind. Let our experts design and create the ornamental iron fence that expresses the personality of your home or business. Visit a Quality Fence showroom today or online at qualityfenceco.com.
Join us at Sam's Jewelers as we celebrate our 5-year anniversary. Belova and Seiko watches are 30% off. Alpina and Caravel watches are an astonishing 40% off. All jewelry store-wide up to 50% off. Get your holiday shopping done early, all at unbeatable prices. Every in-store purchase qualifies you for a chance to win a free cruise. Come to Sam's Jewelers in the Rogue Valley Mall for the 5-year anniversary sale, now through December 24th.
Now's the time to get a great deal on select Kubota equipment. Part of the #1 rated tractor brand for durability and owner experience in the U.S., they offer the versatility and reliability to get the job done right, all year round. Right now at participating dealers, get a Kubota compact tractor for 0 down, 0% APR for 84 months, plus save up to $800.
Find a Kubota dealer near you at GoKubota.com.
Hey, Gramps, more new products?
Well, yeah, Dill. Since 2020, all the stove shops been closing up. We're the last ones around.
Well, Smoky Stoves is in here in Grants Pass and Medford.
Yeah, well, that's because we service and sell everything and have the finest product available.
And we've been here since 1976. And we're going to be here as long as we have stoves to sell.
Okay, boys. That's because Smoky's is what? The hottest shop around.
Lamb Air Heating and Air Conditioning and Newswatch 12 bring you the ultimate comfort giveaway. One lucky winner will receive a York Heating and Air Conditioning unit valued up to $16,000. Win up to 5 tons of comfort for your home, including permits. Stay cozy always. Just go to kdrv.com/contest to enter. Winner announced November 20th. Stay warm and cool all year long with the Newswatch 12 Ultimate Comfort Giveaway. Sponsored by Lamb Air Heating and Air Conditioning. Welcome back to College Football Game Night. Presented by Quality Fence of Southern Oregon.
As we wind down on the regular season of college football, rankings become more and more important.
The playoff picture becomes clear, and it's win big or lose your shot in the top 4.
Let's dive into the Week 11 of the AP Top 25 polls.
In the AP Top 25, the top 9 remain in their spots for Week 11. But in the playoff rankings, Ohio State still claims #1.
As for the Pac-10s, Washington stands strong at #5, Oregon at #6.
Oregon State slid up 4 spots to #12, the highest ranking for the Beavers in program history.
Utah is also up 5 spots to #13, right below the Beavs, and Arizona found themselves in the rankings at 23. Let's dive into those Pac games, starting off with the Wildcats and Buffaloes. The father-son duo at Colorado hosting newly ranked Arizona. Starting in the third quarter, Arizona's down, but quarterback Noah Fifa finds an opening. Ties at 24.
Later in the third, Sanders finds Michael Harrison in the Colorado Buffaloes take the lead back, 31-24. Fourth quarter, DJ Williams refuses to go down without finding the end zone, a touchdown, 31 apiece.
4 minutes left, Arizona trying to close the deal. Coleman finds an opening but gets tripped up by Ward. So 1:35 left on the clock as Tyler Loop punches, his team piling on, but no dice. And with 2 seconds left on the clock, Arizona 4th and goal, having to set up for a field goal to get the dub right through the uprights. Final, Arizona 34, Colorado 31.
Oof, that's a rough one. Michael Penix Jr. and #5 Washington facing #18 Utah. First quarter, Penix Jr. strikes first with a 2-yard touchdown. Washington goes up 7-0. Later in the first, Washington's defense unable to stop a 2-yard rushing touchdown, so we're tied at 7.
Second quarter, Penix Jr. steps back, launches it to Ozone for the 34-yard touchdown. Washington up 17-14. Just 1 minute later, Bryson Barnes with a pass to Vicky. He follows his blockers and runs down the field for a 34-yard touchdown. This Washington defense fallen short again. Utah up 21-17.
Later in the second, Dylan Johnson having to push his way into the end zone for a 5-yard touchdown. Huskies up 24-21. Third quarter, Washington's halftime adjustments pay off as they back Utah against their own end zone for a safety. Washington up 35-28.
55 seconds left in the fourth. Same score, 4th and 10 for Utah with a last-ditch effort for Barnes is picked off by Hampton. Final, Washington 35, Utah 28.
That's a close one.
Cal hosting Washington State, starting early in the first as the Cougs go for the tush push on 4th and 1, but lose the ball. Cal scoops the ball and takes it to the house. They go up 7-0. Throwing it later in the first, Fernando Mendez floats it to Jack Ernest for a 6. Golden Bears leading now 14-0.
Late in the first, Cam Ward getting it done, keeps it for 3 yards and gets the Cougs on the board 14-7. Second quarter, Cal's Jaden Ott fumbles at the goal line, but his teammate got his back. Big man touchdown. Cal recovers for a 14-point lead.
Later in the second now, Ward connects with Cooper Mathers, who's trying to fight his way into the end zone. He gets over the line, another touchdown. And jumping into the fourth, Jaden Ott bounces outside to extend the lead. It's now 35-24, Golden Bears.
Cougars not going down without a fight. Cam Ward finds Josh Kelly in the back of the end zone. A 10-point ball game, 42-32 with 7 minutes left. 2 minutes later, Ward off his back foot hits Javensky Schlenbaker to cut Cal's lead to 3, but the comeback effort falls short, extending the Cougs' losing streak to 6. The final, 42-39, Cal. And looking at ASU at UCLA right now, the Sun Devils are leading the Bruins 10-0. Kind of a bit of a boring game, if you might say, but hey, Arizona State just scored a touchdown after leading 3-0 through the first 3 quarters. Lots of great football blessing our TV screens today, and we've got some highlights from the top 25 matchups coming your way. We'll be right back. You're watching College Football Game Night.
College Football Game Night, presented by Quality Fence of Southern Oregon.
Quality Fences, doing it right for you.
Whether it's residential, commercial, or industrial, Chain Link Fencing is the all-purpose standard in providing security at an affordable price. And today's Chain Link offers you more variety, value, and durability. Get great ideas at QualityFenceCo.com. Quality Fence in Roseburg, Central Point, and Grants Pass.
Quality Fences, doing it right for you.
Dear Detour, you took us off-road on the gnarliest trails. You asked us to measure up. So yeah, we did. When life slings you mud, sling it right back. Stay strong. Toyota Trucks.
Every new Toyota comes with Toyota Care, our no-cost maintenance plan with roadside assistance. Visit your local Toyota dealer to learn more. Reserve yours at Toyota.com. Toyota. Let's go places.
Gone shopping lately? Seems like everything's in short supply. But at Lippert's Carpet One, our warehouses are literally jammed with the best values in floor covering, ready today. In style and in stock. Waterproof plank flooring from $1.99 a square foot. Carpet from 99 cents a square foot. Hardwood flooring from just $2.99 a square foot. Plus take 12 months to pay with no interest. Quality floor covering in style and in stock. Today at Lippert's Carpet One, Medford and Grants Pass.
When he rafts the Rogue River, it calms down. When ballooning, he tells the wind which way to go. He does zip lining just to relax a little. He is the most interesting retiree in the world.
Never thought much about retirement, but moving to Horton Plaza, this is really where I want to be. Stay happy, my friend.
A great fall routine starts with Premier Oil.
Well, it's Monday, so drop the kids off at school.
Wednesday, save money with fuel-saving maintenance. And Friday, be ready for the bright Friday night lights.
Drop off your kids, grab your groceries, and get ready for Friday night lights because Premier Oil wants to be part of your fall routine.
Welcome back to College Football Game Night, presented by Quality Fence of Southern Oregon.
Welcome back to College Game Night. It was another great day of football, and with the regular season coming to an end quickly, the time is racking up on who wins now.
Yeah, we're getting down to it. And today brought us some matchups that could cause some upheaval in the playoff rankings. Let's start with the Michigan Wolverines, who took on Penn State, their first ranked matchup of the year, and without a big piece of their team, as head coach Jim Harbaugh will not be on the sideline for the remainder of the year. Penn State faithful fired up for a top 10 matchup. Sharon Moore on the sidelines for Michigan in the absence of head coach Jim Harbaugh. Blake Corum punches his way into the end zone from 3 yards out, 7-3 Wolverines. Jonathan Edwards now gets the handoff and breaks loose. A 22-yard run gets the Wolverines rolling early, 14-3.
Fourth down for Penn State. Trick play. Running back Katron Allen passes it back to Drew Aller. He gets the first down. And off the first down, Drew Aller keeps it for himself right up the middle. But the 2-point conversion is no good, so it's 14-9 Michigan.
Aller again, but this time he fumbles it. Michigan's Makari Page on the recovery. And from 22 yards out, Michigan extends their lead 17-9.
Late in the fourth now. Pocket under pressure. The pass incomplete on fourth down. So Blake Corum just responds right up the middle, 30 yards to the house. What, like it's hard? 24-9 Michigan.
Give that man the Heisman. Penn State under 2 minutes. Aller finds Theo Johnson. The 2-point conversion is no good. 24-15 Michigan. And the final, Wolverines roll. Penn State loses, 24-15.
Kentucky hosting Alabama. Nick Saban on Veterans Day. Kentucky fans calling it Catterday. Oops, first quarter, Jalen Milroe flies it over to Amari Nibback. It's clear lane for the paint, and Alabama takes the early 7-0 lead. A few minutes later, Milroe with time looking, steps back. Beautiful pass to Kobe Prentice. Wide open the secondary. Add another one. The Tide rolling 14-0, Bama.
Kentucky trying to get something going on offense. Devin Leary throws to Barry and Brown. Butterfingers. The ball is loose. Caleb Downs scoops and almost scores, but he's down at the 1. Bama back in scoring position. Next play, Milroe with a QB sneak. The tush push puts the Tide up 3 touchdowns, 21-0.
Looking like Jalen Hurts out there. Still in the first quarter, Leroy throws wide to Robinson. The Wildcats avoid the shutout, 21-7. Alabama on top still. We skip to the third. Alabama leads, but make it 35-14. Milroe on the keeper, spinning into the paint.
And the start of the fourth, Milroe with yet another tush push. He's in. Alabama rolls on through Kentucky. The final, 49-21.
Catterday over.
They missed that one. Missouri hosting number 13 Tennessee on Saturday. Let's get into it. Second quarter, Joe Milton III sits in the pocket, then fires to Dante Thornton Jr. He makes the great catch in the paint, a 46-yard connection. Balls go up 7-3. But the Tigers answer right back. Cody Schrader sneaks up the middle for a nice 7-yard touchdown run, 10-7 Mizzou.
Third quarter now, Brady Cook fakes and pitches it, keeps it for himself. 2-point conversion failed, 19-7 Mizzou. Into the fourth, Cook fakes the handoff, throws a short pass to Burden. The third, he gets the first down, and then some more. Mizzou running away with this one.
Tennessee with the last-ditch effort. Milton III, his pass is picked, but it's not just a pick, it's a pick six.
To the
Dalen Cardinal returns it 38 yards for the touchdown. Down goes number 13. The final, 36-7 Mizzou.
'Tis the season. Texas Tech in the house of the 16th ranked Kansas. In the first, Taj Books runs it up the middle, takes it in for the 5-yard touchdown. Tech on top first.
Late in the first now, from 32 yards out, Gino Garcia punches it in. Texas goes up 10. But Kansas is quick to respond on 4th and goal. They go for it, but Daniel Highshaw Jr. is stopped for a loss of 5, and they turn it over.
So we head into the third. Jayhawks send it, but it's picked. And you got to make something out of it now to keep that lead. So they'll settle for a field goal, I guess, from 31 yards out. It's in, 13-0 Texas Tech.
Back to Kansas it goes. Devin Neal gets the toss, takes it 60 yards to the house, cuts into the Red Raiders lead, 13-7 Texas Tech.
All the way.
4 minutes remaining in the game. Seth Keller makes the 24-yard field goal, 13-10 Texas Tech.
Deja vu, this time 22 yards out, still tied, 13. And it's comeback season. So Horton finds Bradley a big gain of 33 yards and the first down, we are still tied.
One final kick, 30-yard field goal is good. The final, Texas Tech 16, Kansas 13. The SU football team is going to bed tonight as winners, and as a team who spoiled College of Idaho's chance at the Frontier Conference title. The revenge game was completed with a dominating 31-16 win over the number 5 team in the country. And because my favorite plays will always be from the SU Raiders, I chose 2 plays that stood out to me. So for the last time this season, let's head out to Raider Stadium and check out my favorite plays from the day. My first favorite play is the dynamic duo Blake Asciutto and Jackson Clemmer. Asciutto with a perfect ball over the middle to the tight end. Clemmer can run. He takes it all the way to the paint and extends the Raiders' lead to 14-0. And in the second half, Yotes looking to get some points on the board, but not with Spencer Cuffle in the secondary. Cuffle with the pick and the 6. His second pick 6 of the year. The Raiders defense on fire today.
Call it luck, but the boys in Sin City are making history, a team that we don't talk about a lot but need to start, and that's the UNLV Rebels. In his first year as head coach, Barry Odom is on the brink of leading the Rebels somewhere they've never been before, the Mountain West Championships. In Friday's win over Wyoming, UNLV reached the 8-win mark for the first time since 2000. The last time the Rebels won more than 7 games in a single season was in 1984, making this season the first winning season since 2013. And their right-hand man, junior wide receiver Ricky White, had 8 catches for 144 yards on Friday, the 4th time in the last 5 games that he's gone for over 140 yards. White now has 1,028 yards on the year, making his the first UNLV receiver to go over 1,000 since Devontae Davis in 2013. Like I said, some call it luck, but the Rebels are here to stay.
Welcome back to College Football Game Night. Presented by Quality Fence of Southern Oregon.
Welcome back. Let's get back to football and let's talk some high school football.
Let's do it. 4 of our teams took the field today for the quarterfinals. Cascade Christian, Lakeview, and Lost River all got to host, while the Illinois Valley Cougars were on the road.
We're going to start right down the road with the boys from Cascade Christian. Let's get into it.
Just want to say this is what we wait for. The reigning state champs hosting number 7 Vail at Crater today. The Vikings in Challengers territory. Colton Stepson throws it up right into the breadbasket of Luke Wilson. The game is only getting started. 22 seconds left in the first. Ashton Moody slings it downfield, finds Dylan Westlake. It's green grass for him to the house. Challengers on the board first with 6.
Wow. Stapleton sends it to his guy, but Bryson Walker swipes it. Talk about hops. The kid is 5'3", but he can do it all. The Vikings will find a way. Handoff to Case Schaffeld. Hits the edge, and it's Vail's first touchdown. We're tied at 6. And again for Vail, this time it's Brooks Hodder. Vikings' run game was unmanageable in the first half of the game. Schaffeld runs it up the middle for 2. Vail with the lead now.
But not for long. Moody slings it. Quickly had to move for my camera, and it falls right into the arms of Luke Wilson. The 2-point conversion fails, so it's 14-12 Vail. Vikings handoff back to Schofield, pushing and shoving past the Challengers D-line. He breaks loose, finds the end zone. They go for 2. It doesn't work. 2012 Vikings, under a minute 30 remain in the game. Moody open gap, diving in. They need 2 now, so they're going to go for it. Moody looking, finds Christopher Freilich. Hello, end zone. Tied at 20. We got free football coming up. You just can't make this kind of stuff up.
Wow, in overtime now. Challengers get the ball first, and they take it on in. Moody again, Challengers up 7. Vail tries now, pushing in. They have the chance to tie it up again. Instead, they go for 2. Cascade Christian wants none of that. Game over.
In the first overtime appearance in program history in the playoffs for the Challengers, they're heading to the semifinals. Final, Cascade Christian 27, Vail 26. This is what you play for. Here's Coach John Getman moments after the game.
Talk to them. It's going to be a battle. We wanted to get in, try to be a one-score game, and then just try to take it at the end, and that's what the kids did. And it was awesome to see just everyone making plays from beginning to end. So it was such a blessing to be part of. I mean, they never gave up. You know, there was a couple times they got us right at the end of the first half, but they just battled through. And a lot of it is just understanding they're going to be in a dogfight and just persevering to the end.
Ooh, those Challengers are hyped up after that win. The Lakeview Honkers were at home today facing the South Umpqua Lancers in the quarterfinals.
The Honkers were shut out 20-0 by the Lancers.
They end their season 9-2 overall for first-year head coach Jeff Graham. Such an amazing season.
In all 9 wins this season, the Honkers held their opponents to just 16 or less points. 4 of those games were shutouts.
They'll be back and ready to roll next season, though. As for Illinois Valley, they were on the road facing Weston McEwen today.
A tough loss for the Cougars as they fall 59-18.
And Illinois Valley wraps up their season 7-4 overall.
And it wasn't an easy season. The Cougs only played 3 home games in their 11-game schedule.
But a solid season for the Cougs.
Number 8, Perrydale at the reigning state champs Lost River. Raiders already on the board, so the Pirates bite back, hitting the edge and finding the end zone. Game's tied at 6.
But the Raiders put an end to that quickly. Chase McAuliffe with the fake handoff heads to the sidelines and hustles to the end zone. Breaking a tackle, the Raiders jump back in the lead, and McAuliffe can do it all. The quarterback sneak gets another one on the board and Lost River before half.
A lot more where that came from. Final Lost River 49, Perrydale 14. Raiders head to the semifinals.
Here we go. Quarterfinals done, semifinals, here we come. Now that you've seen all the highlights from our high school games, we can show you the top 3 plays of the week.
More great plays from athletes means another hard decision to pick just 3 plays. So let's check out Week 12 Play of the Week nominees.
Starting with the challengers, Vales Stapleton sends it up, but Bryson Walker swipes it. He's only a freshman. Talk about a vertical.
The next play of the week goes to Lost River. Chase McAuliffe fakes the handoff, hits the sideline, breaking tackles, breaking ankles, finds the end zone. The Raiders go into the postseason, the victory.
And last but not least, South Medford and North Salem. North Salem's TC looking for his guy, Damari Thompson, but it's picked. Austin Hofling with the snag, and he gets taken down within inches of the end zone.
College football game night, would it be complete with another episode of The Huddle?
We were back out in Ashland St. Scoters. Here's episode 11.
Welcome to another week of The Huddle. For this week, we're out at SOU.
And for the last time this season, we are with an SOU football player, defensive lineman, our special guest, Tay Courtney. Tay, thanks for joining us. How are you feeling today? What's going on?
Feel good. You know, it's coming to an end. The season's coming to an end.
You said you've been playing football for about 14 years now. How does it feel to kind of close that chapter this weekend?
I mean, it is sad and it's a tough thing to experience, but at the same time, like, I've really given everything I have to this game, and I think there's no other way to go out than just to finish it right. And so, you know, I think I'm really excited about it, and it opens up a new chapter as well for my life. And so, you know, you got to attack that like I attack anything else. So.
In your 5 wins this season, you've outscored your opponents 204 to 56. Defensively, that's huge. You guys are so solid on defense, on the line and in the secondary. What has been the changing factor? Is it the coach? Is it you guys? Is it the seniors that have been like, hey, let's play hard? What has it been?
A couple things. We have a great defensive coordinator in Coach Stin, and he puts us in a lot of great positions. And I think another thing is our mentality. Like, when we step on the field, no matter what position we're in, put the ball down, we're gonna get a stop here. Like, there's no thought of, okay, like, maybe we can hold them to 3, or maybe if they score here, our offense can go score. It's none of that. It's, you put the ball anywhere, we're going to stop you. It's a show for us, you know. And I think there's a lot of older guys on this defense, and the guys who have been in this program for 2-3 years, and, you know, in the past we've had good defenses as well, and so we know how to do that.
You got some heavy hitters on your defense between Noah, you know, even Spencer, Seth, all those guys. Those guys love to perform on the field. Talk to me about kind of the love and mentality within your D block.
We share a brotherhood that's like second to none. We all, you know, we all hang out together. We have a great chemistry together. You know, we spend a lot of time in the off season working, and so I think the biggest thing is when we go out there, it's not like playing for yourself. It's playing for the man next to you. And, you know, Seth and Spencer, like, they're next to each other in the backfield. They have a great chemistry. The D-line, like, we have a great chemistry, and we talk about it all the time. The linebackers, all these groups have just an unbreakable bond that it really shows on the field.
What does it feel like when you get through the O-line, you get to the quarterback and you sack him? Yeah. What does that feel like?
It's a euphoric feeling, like, to say the least. Like, sometimes you don't even know what to do when you stand up because everyone's looking at you to have some sort of celebration, and it's a great feeling, especially on the interior, because, like, you know, it's in football, like, not a lot of interior defensive linemen, like, they're not known for getting a bunch of sacks and whatnot. So when you finally get there, like, it's just a product of, like, hard work getting there. It's not easy. Getting sacks is not easy in this game. So it's when you finally get there, you got to celebrate it and, you know, get back on the field.
When you guys finish practice, a game, coach says, "I love you, I'm proud of you." What does that do for you as a player?
It feels good to know that, you know, someone that you look up to and the leader of the entire team, you know, sees what you're doing and, you know, feels good about you. I think Coach Brown is huge on love, and he doesn't just say it, he really, you know, makes you feel it. And, you know, outside of the field, off the field, like, when you go just run into him in the offices, like, you can always know that he like cares about you. And so I think when he just says it, you know that he's saying it, but he really means it, and you see it in all different types of ways.
Having a coaching staff like that helps you, like motivates you to get on the field day in and day out. Is there another motivator in your life that continues to help you grow?
On the field? Yeah, my family, for sure. I'm the first college athlete, really like high school athlete in my family. One of the first people, or the first person in my family to go to college. So I kind of live by the quote, laziness is disrespectful to those who believe in you. And so like that really just keeps me going every single day. My family, they always tell me they're proud of me. They always tell me that they're watching, and you know, they tell me to keep going, motivate me. And so that's, you know, day in and day out, that's what I do it for. And
so what comes next?
Yeah, so right now I'm doing a strength training conditioning internship with the women's volleyball team. And so it's kind of made me feel like, okay, like I think strength training conditioning is something I want to get into. So in the winter, I'm doing an internship at South Medford High School with the football team, and moving forward, I'm going to be getting my certifications. And so I think when I graduate, on top of going to grad school, just getting my foot in the field and meeting a bunch of, making connections and meeting new people and networking and just seeing, you know, what I can dive into. But that field for sure is something I really want to get into.
What is it about football that keeps you going every day?
My teammates, honestly, my relationships. Like, I get up, and the thing that really keeps me like looking forward to coming here every day is that I get to see them in the first team meeting, like have conversations with guys and crack jokes, and just we have the music going and everything all the time, and so it's just a fun environment.
What's your pregame ritual?
So wake up, go to our team meeting, sit in on chapel that we have with Brett Zundell. Very great. He does an amazing job. From there, go to 7-Eleven. Got to get a little can of C4, some Sour Patch Kids for beginning at halftime, and then sometimes my mom is tailgating out of the tailgate, so I get to go see my family and like spend some time with them. And then honestly, come back in here and just like socialize, like kind of see, you know, how guys are feeling, talk to them about like pregame stuff they need to talk about it. And then honestly, like I like to just kind of sit in a corner and just kind of like cover my face and just be in darkness and just visualize, like listening to R&B and stuff and just visualize the field.
All right.
Do you want to end it with your best? Scoters, go Raiders, give us your best.
All right, go big, go red, Scoters.
Oh, so fun.
Final one.
Final one with the SOU Raiders. Final game day at Raiders Stadium.
Yeah.
Bittersweet, but happy they went out with a win.
I know, that was a huge win too.
Man, so much fun. But that wraps it up for week 11 of the football season. For the latest news, weather, and sports, head to our website at ktrv.com.
Our next newscast is tonight at 11. We'll see you then.